Your manager asks you, how are you using AI at work during your performance review? You are still figuring it out, but here's exactly what you should say. Most of the time, those conversations land up into an answer like, I sometimes use ChatGPT, I'm currently figuring out how to use Claude, and then there is an awkward silence or pause that somehow gives an impact that you are still figuring it out when you have actually been leading. Because think of it, you are the one who took that step to figure out, experiment, and learn these new tools. Why would you want to put yourself in a position where you look like a junior when you are actually a leader? In this video, we are going to cover 6 situations and what exactly should you say in each of these situations when you've been asked this question about AI. So here are the 6 situations. Performance review, manager asking you to lead AI adoption, client asking if you used AI, colleague showing off tools, job interview, and when AI gave you a wrong answer and someone caught it. We will be covering each of these situations and what exactly should you say, but here is a framework that you can use literally in any scenario. So let's begin with the framework. It's called the UNF framework. U stands for what I use it for. Basically, detailed work that you use it for. Example, drafting campaigns rather than just creating content. Example, building the monthly calendar rather than just strategy. So the more detailed, the more credible. The second is what I've noticed. So not what AI is generally good at, but what you've noticed while using it for your personal work. For example, it gives a great calendar strategy, but I have to ensure that I pick the right themes for the month. Now, that is something that can only be observed when you are actually doing the work. The third is what I'm still figuring out. Most people skip this, but actually this is an important part because it shows the human side of you learning while leading. So think about it like, I have used it for calendar briefs and creating the entire social media calendar, but I have observed that I need to pick up the themes. That was your second part. And now the third part is I've also realized that it does not give the best ideas in the first go. It requires at least 3 rounds of back and forth with the integration of the theme and giving it a proper direction every time. I need to figure out how that gap can be reduced. See, you started with what you're using it for, then what is it that you've noticed, and finally, there's something that you're figuring out that might eventually give you an answer in a few weeks, and then you'll have another topic to talk about. This is the framework you can use for every situation. Let's apply it to the 6 that we mentioned before, one by one. Number 1, when your boss asks, how are you using AI at your performance review? So here's what you have to say. I've been using AI for campaign briefs and even first draft of summaries and reports. I still check everything that goes out before sending it to the clients or the team. I have observed that it reduces my time into roughly half of what it used to take before. I have also realized that it is not quite reliable with data and with sources and links, which is why those things are something I still prefer to do manually. I'm also trying to understand what are its drawbacks. So currently I feel complex strategy work or understanding the audience perspective is something that it is not great at, and I prefer to keep those completely manual. Voila! Notice how you've literally packed the whole thing in this. You've said what it is good at, you said how it is making you efficient, you've mentioned what are the drawbacks, and also the fact that there are certain things that you're never going to trust AI with. So this is the whole package that your boss really needs to know. Number 2 is when your manager asks you to lead AI adoption for the team. Here's what you can say. I would be really happy to do that. I have myself been using a lot of AI tools these days by exploring a lot of them, but then narrowing down to the few that are really helpful and getting deeper into understanding how they can actually be efficient and be integrated into my daily process. Some of those include Gemini, ChatGPT, and Claude, and I've figured which of these are good for individual different subtasks. I would be happy to see if we can integrate the whole process, including the campaign, the concept brief, the strategy, as well as the output generation, including images and videos, with efficiently with AI. I would be happy to explore and not overwhelm the team with a lot of tools, but finalize and double down on the one or two that actually work. Is there something that you want me to take on priority for the first month to ensure the first step of the process is automated well? See what you did there? You told them that you've explored everything. Then you've got narrowed down into why you are the one who is much better for this project, because you actually have narrowed down to one or two and not really going on exploring everything. And that's the same thing you would want for the team. Not constant changes or just keeping on exploring newer tools, but just the fact that these are the specific ones that you would like, and you would ensure that the whole process is automated well. Number 3, if the client asks if you've used AI on their work, here's what you should say. I use AI for summarizing and drafting. The thinking, strategy, direction, and the final version are all mine. I ensure that I review everything before it goes out. This is it. That's all that you need to say, because when you're working with client, you don't want to open any kind of loose threads or any kind of conversation that you do not want to engage in. So keep it honest, keep it brief, and keep it assuring, like reassure them that whatever work is going out is yours at the end of the day. Number 4, when your colleague tries to show off a new AI tool, I know it's really intimidating and you feel like you're behind, but here's exactly what you should tell them. I have been trying to use some of the tools that work for me, and I'm trying to go deeper rather than wider into the range of AI tools that I use. I find that pretty helpful for my work. But what has your take been on the actual work using this tool that you're talking about? Has it been beneficial for reports or presentations or something else? I would love to know your thoughts. Notice what you did there? You not only showed that you are structured, deliberate, and have a focused path, you also opened the conversation in a way that would have otherwise been like a brag and you would have felt behind. But you showed that you're open to learning. So you're curious about how it has helped them. See the difference? You are winning. If you're asked in a job interview, what's your experience with AI? The number 5 scenario, here's your answer. I use it for daily tasks like summarizing, drafting, researching, and I'm very deliberate with where and how I use it. For anything client-facing or data-specific, I ensure that the final output is my version and thoroughly researched. I am still trying to gauge where it earns my trust. See what you did there? Not I know everything or not I'm still learning. You've given them the best of both combinations, a perfect balance. The 6th one is the trickiest of all. You've submitted your report and someone caught a wrong answer when you've used AI. Do not spiral. That is the moment I know you feel embarrassed, ashamed, and you're like, damn, what do I do? But here's how you should answer that. Thanks for flagging it. This one slipped out. I have started double checking all the numbers and data before actually sending them out. That's it. Don't over apologize. Don't look shocked or stunned or embarrassed. Just accept that we are humans. We can overlook things, and accept and show the fact that you are being proactive in checking, like double checking the data before it goes out. And if you remember nothing else from this video, take this one sentence with you, which is, I'm using it intentionally. I am reviewing everything before it goes out, and I'm learning where it earns my trust. That's it. That summarizes literally everything. And this week, try to see if you can practice saying out loud with one of these most likely situations to happen with you, so that you're confident enough to say it with utmost confidence when that situation arises. I hope this video was helpful. And if you're looking at writing performance reviews in under 90 minutes, which is something that's most in demand, check out the video somewhere here. Until next time, bye.